So hello everyone, and a very good evening to all of you, and welcome to Career Launcher. So first of all, welcome to the new year, and I think on this YouTube channel, this is the first class of mine in this year. Actually, welcome to the new year. I think. Sorry. So basically, we are starting a new series, or I would say the similar series that was there last year as well, where actually on Tuesday and Wednesday at 7 p.m. I'll be meeting you on this YouTube channel. Okay. So on Tuesday at 7 p.m., I will be discussing uh, topics, static GK topics that would be helpful in CUET examination. For example, if you see the previous year questions, you will find they have asked questions from days. Like, for example, when do we have International Women's Day? When do we have, let's say, World Environment Day, etc. So that is why I have decided to take this class today. And the part one of this class regarding important days I will cover today. That is the like Tuesday we will be having static GK classes, okay, and Wednesday 7 p.m. we will be having current affairs classes, okay. So since today is Tuesday and it's 7 p.m., so let us begin with today's class, where I'm going to discuss about important days. This will be the part one. Most likely there will be one more class next Tuesday at 7 p.m. We will discuss the second part. So let us start. I think I'm audible, visible. If yes, then please write yes in the comments. So let us start. Okay. I think I'm audible, visible. If everything is fine, please write yes in the comments. So first of all, please, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to our channel. And this is the class. In the live section, you will find all those classes that I'll be taking from now onwards. ठीक है? जो भी क्लास होगा आपको लाइव सेक्शन में मिलेगा, जो भी हम क्लास लेंगे. So please remember, Tuesday 7 p.m. I will be taking a static GK class like today I'm going to take, and Wednesday 7 p.m. I'll be taking current affairs class. Okay. So yes, this earlier we used to take, like last year also we are having the same type of classes, similar type. And yes, if you want to watch the previous month, just for example March, April, May में आप लोग exam attempt करोगे. So maybe some of you want last 1 year current affairs. So yes, we have provided it. You have to go to the playlist, scroll down, and here you will find these weekly current affairs. Yes. So this is static GK and this is weekly current affairs. You can click on view full playlist and watch those videos. Like static GK के लिए, you can watch these previous videos. इसमें click करोगे view full playlist में. And here we have discussed a lot of previous year questions that would be helpful for your upcoming exam. You can watch those classes. This would be very, very beneficial. तो सब जाके आप देखिएगा and make notes out of it. You will realize that the previous year questions directly or indirectly gets repeated. We have seen. Okay. Directly or indirectly. That's why I'm highlighting that. Okay. And this one, like, is the current affairs. So for example, let's say you're attempting an exam in April 2026. So you can watch you should cover from May 2025 till April 2026, like this. Yeah, आप कह सकते हो April 2025 to April 2026. So last 1 year current affairs you have to cover. That is the idea behind this. Okay. So let us begin. So that's the idea. तो आप ये वाला पे जाओगे, current affairs में view full playlist पे click करोगे, and you can watch all those previous classes accordingly. So you have to cover 1 year current affairs whenever you are attempting any exam. Okay. That is what the idea is. The next, let's start with the questions. First of all, I'm giving a previous year question. Why I'm giving a previous year question? So that you will get an idea that days are very important. And we have seen this type of question multiple times being asked in CUET. This is not the first time they have asked. इस तरह का question कई बार उन्होंने पूछा है. This is World Earth Day, Environment Day, Health Day, World Health Day. These are the questions being asked. So that is why I'm going to discuss today the important days. This is the part one, of course. So first of all, I'm expecting you all to please answer it, or at least try to attempt it. If you will not be able to answer it properly, I will help you. I'm waiting for the response. If anyone is watching live, he or she can answer the question, or you can at least try attempting. So International Women's Day, 8 March, that is correct. World Earth Day, it's 22nd April, right? Hai na? International Labor Day, 1st May. International Yoga Day is on 21st June. Very famous. And why it is important? This is the longest day in Northern Hemisphere. World Health Day is on 7th April. Why? 7th April 1948. World Health Organization was established. That is why we celebrate 7th April as World Health Day. So A, C, E. So the answer is option second. A, C, E only is the right answer to this question. Okay. So B is the right answer, or second option is the correct answer to this question. Okay. So and you will find these types of topics getting repeated. So that is why it becomes very important that you should be knowing about the important days. So let us begin with the questions. So now I'm starting the class where we will discuss the important days. The first is, when do we celebrate Pravasi Bharatiya Divas? And what is the English translation of this day? That also you should tell me. Anyone? It is also called as NRI Day. Non-resident Indian Day. So actually it is 9th January. B is the right answer to this question. And please tell me the reason why we celebrate Pravasi Bharatiya Divas on 9th January. So B is the right answer to this question. So what happened was 9 January 1915, Gandhiji returned back from South Africa. Okay, I'm sure you must be aware that when he was young, he went to South Africa. He was born in Gujarat. He went to South Africa, I think in 1893. He was born in 2nd October 1869. And he was by profession a lawyer. So in 1893, he went to South Africa regarding some legal case. Like he went for his client, right? But he stayed there almost for 22 years, and he came back to India in 1915 after 22 years. So that was 9th January 1915 when he reached India. So that's why 9th January is celebrated as NRI, Non-Resident Indian Day, also known as Pravasi Bharatiya Divas. Okay, this is what you should be knowing. So the right answer is B is the right answer to this question. I know. Let's move on to the next one. The next one is National Youth Day is on 12th January, 23rd January, 7th January, 19th January. What is the right answer to this question? National Youth Day is on which day? The right answer is 12 January. A is the right answer because on this day, Swami Vivekananda ji was born. This is very important. Sometimes they ask, ki, why do we celebrate on 12 January? Or like, what is the significance of that? So this is the day on which 12 January 1863, Swami Vivekananda ji was born. And what was his name when he was like in his childhood? His name was actually Narendranath Datta. Okay. He was a key figure in the introduction of Vedanta and yoga to the Western world. And this is actually a very famous speech given by him in Chicago, 11th September 1893, as far as I remember. Yes. Speech of Swami Vivekananda in Chicago. Okay, A is the right answer. Let's move on to the next one. When do we celebrate Army Day? 1st February, 15 January, 29 January, 26 January. What is the right answer? The right answer is 15 January. B is the right answer because on this date in 1949, the first Indian Army commander in chief, first Indian Army chief was K.M. Cariappa. He took over from British Army officer General Francis Roy Bocher. Okay, that is what you should be knowing. So that's why 15 January is celebrated as Army Day. Now, there is one more thing that you should be knowing, that first Field Marshal of India. Field Marshal means 5-star rank officer in Army. So who was the person? So Sir Sam Manekshaw. He was there in 1971 war as Army chief. Okay. And the second one who got was K.M. Cariappa. Now you'll be saying, sir, like he was there in 1971 and he was actually in 1949, he became the Army chief. Yes, that's true. But he got very late. After 1971, much years after many years of retirement, he got this Field Marshal post or 5-star rank officer post. So technically, if a question is asked, who was the first Field Marshal of India? The answer is Sam Manekshaw. Okay, that's what you should know. B is the right answer to this question. Let's move on now to the next one. When do we celebrate National Voters Day and why? Please tell me. First February, 25th January, 29th January, 21st January. What is the right answer to this question? If you know the answer, please answer me. I'll be very happy to know. So the right answer is option B, 25th January. 25th January 1950. What happened? In this year, on this date, Election Commission of India was established. ECI, Election Commission of India. Okay, that is why every year 25th January is celebrated as National Voters Day. B is the right answer to this question. Okay, so that's what you should know. And the next one is, now this is actually, everyone knows that Republic Day is on 26th January because on 26th January 1950, the Constitution was fully enforced, fully came into force. That you know. But the question is why this day was chosen to completely enforce the Constitution. Because the constitution was already prepared by 26 November 1949. Why we waited for 2 months? This is the question. If you know the answer, please tell me. I'll be very happy to know. There you go. If you when you read preamble, this word is mentioned, Anna, that we are adopting the constitution on 26 November 1949. But why we waited for 2 months? Because on 26th January 1930, something had happened. So let's first let's talk about this. The December 1929, the Indian National Congress had a very important Lahore session. This is before independence, December 1929. So when we were fighting for the independence, and the president was Jawaharlal Nehru. Okay. So basically, here it was decided that on 26 January 1930, they will celebrate Purn Swaraj Divas. Total Independence Day. So to implement that, or to remember that, actually, this 26 January 1950 was chosen, 20 years later. I hope you got the concept. Although the constitution was almost done by 26 November 1949. This 26 November was celebrated earlier as Law Day, and now it is celebrated as Constitution Day. In the last 4 or 5 years, I would say, instead of Law Day, we are calling it as Constitution Day. And 26 January 1950 was chosen as the date for fully enforcing the Constitution to remember this Purn Swaraj Divas, or Total Independence Day. This Lahore session was done on the bank of Ravi River. This is sometimes asked in the exam. Lahore is actually on Ravi River. And of course, before 1947, it was in a united India. So Lahore was a part of India. That is what you should know. I hope this concept is clear, because these are asked in the exam. That's why we are focusing on it. Is everything clear? If yes, then please write yes. I'm waiting for the response in the comment section. Is it clear? I hope everything is clear. Let's move on to the next one. The next question is, when do we celebrate World Wetland Day? 9th February, 3rd February, 11th February, 19th February. Sorry, it should be 2nd February. Okay. And actually the answer is option B, 2nd February. What happened was, 2nd February 1971, Ramsar Convention was signed. So Ramsar is actually a city in Iran, where a convention was signed on 2nd February 1971 to protect wetlands. And you will be asking, sir, what is a wetland? So it is wetland is somewhere between land and lake. It is not a full-fledged lake, or maybe a full-fledged lake, but somewhere in the middle. And wetland is very important from biodiversity point of view. High biodiversity is there. Okay. That is what you should be knowing about. So B is the right answer to this question. Now, the next one is International Mother Language Day is on which day? 21st February, 27th February, 11th February, 19th February. International Mother Language Day. Can anyone tell me? I'm waiting for the response. 21st February is the right answer to this question. And it is celebrated by UNESCO. I know. So A is the right answer on 21st February to promote awareness of linguistic and cultural diversity and promote multilingualism, announced by UNESCO. And it has something to do with Bangladesh, because Bangladesh was formed because of language issue, and it was formed out of Pakistan because of the Bengali language issue. That was one of the reason. Okay, this is what you should know. The right answer is A is the right answer to this question. To promote, preserve the protection of all languages used by people of the world, mother language. The next is, when do we celebrate or observe National Science Day? 23rd February, 28th February, 3rd March, 4th March. What is the right answer? National Science Day. And why? What is the significance of that on that day? Of that day? National Science Day. The right answer is option B. 20th February is the right answer. Because what happened was, on 20th February 1928, Dr. C.V. Raman came up with Raman effect. This is also asked multiple times in CUET examination. 28th February 1928, Raman effect by Dr. C.V. Raman. And this Raman effect is related with scattering of lights. ये भी पूछा हुआ एग्जाम में. Scattering of light. So the research was regarding scattering of light. So he did it on 28th February 1928. That is why 20th February every year is celebrated as National Science Day. 2 years later, in 1930, Dr. C.V. Raman was given Nobel Prize in Physics. That is what you should be knowing. So Dr. C.V. Raman was an Indian physician for his work on light scattering of light. है ना? आप देख सकते हो, Raman scattering got Nobel Prize in 1930 for this. First Asian and non-white to receive a Nobel Prize in any branch of science. Yes, Rana Kumar Singh, welcome to the class. Do you have any question? You can ask, right? Or we are giving you questions, so you can answer it. है ना? Okay, so this is what you should be knowing, and we have seen multiple times this question being asked about Raman effect, yeah, scattering of light in CUET examination. Okay. Okay, and when we talk about 1954, the concept of Bharat Ratan was set up, which is the highest civilian award of India, na? Highest civilian award. Highest civilian award of India. Okay. So this was the first award was given to 3 people. One of them was Dr. C.V. Raman. So first winner of Bharat Ratan were 3 people. Dr. C.V. Raman. Then we have S. Raja Gopalachari. Then we have C. Raja Gopalachari, right? Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, first Vice President of India. है ना? first Vice President of India? These are the basic facts which are generally asked in the exam. That's why we are discussing it. C. Rajagopalachari was last Governor General of India. Last or Governor General of India. Or the only Indian Governor General of India. Once Lord Mountbatten has left. Okay. That is what you should be knowing. Okay, let's move on to the next one. तो ये हो गया है ना. World Wildlife Day is on which day? 3rd March, 9th March, 8th March, 21st March. What is the right answer to this question? World Wildlife Day. If you know the answer, please answer me. The right answer is 3rd March. A is the right answer to this question. World Wildlife Day is on 3rd March. A is the right answer. International Day of Adoption of Convention of CITES was adopted. So we are not going in that detail. Just remember it. It's 3rd March. The next is International Women's Day. Very, very important. We have seen questions. Previous year question. 11th March, 8th March, 21st March. What is the right answer to this question? The right answer is option C. 8th March is the right answer to this question. International Women's Day. ठीक है, ये बहुत ही important है because we have seen multiple times this question being repeated. So that's why I'm writing very, very, very important. Please remember it. The next one is International Day of Women Judges. 11th March, 10th March, 17th March, 31st March. International Women's Day is on 8th March. International Day of Women Judges will be on which date? 8th March plus 2 कर दो, 10th March. International Day of Women Judges. B is the right answer to this question. Okay, that is what you should be knowing about. Let's move on. International Day of Happiness. On this day, World Happiness Report is released by United Nations. है ना? And sometimes this question is asked. The concept of gross national happiness is mentioned in which constitution? Which country's constitution? The concept of gross national happiness is mentioned in the constitution of Bhutan. I know. I'm sure you must be aware of it because we have seen a lot of times this type of concepts, questions being asked. Hai na? And from here, the concept of World Happiness Report was devised by United Nations. And this report comes every year on 20th March when we celebrate International Day of Happiness. So A is the right answer to this question. Okay, that is what you should be knowing. है ना? So आप देख सकते हो UN Sustainable Development Solution Network comes up with this report. UN Sustainable Development Solution Network comes up with the World Happiness Report. The next one is, let's move on to the next one. The next one is World Water Day. When do we celebrate? Now, it is very important for us to conserve water because it is limited, especially the drinking water, because ocean water is like huge, but we cannot use it for drinking and washing and cleaning purpose. World Water Day is on which day? So it's actually on 22nd March. D is the right answer to this question. That is what you should know. Now, let's move on to the next one. World TB Day, tuberculosis. India is the biggest victim of tuberculosis. It is caused by a bacteria called as Mycobacterium tuberculosis. World TB Day is on 23rd March, 24th March, 29th March, 31st March. What is the right answer to this question? Anyone? It's important because, of course, the right answer is 24th March. B is the right answer to this question. Tuberculosis. And can anyone tell me there is a very famous vaccine in this regard? Especially for children. TB. Which TB vaccine is there? It's quite famous actually. The name of the vaccine is BCG vaccine. I'm sure you must have heard about that. So B is the right answer to this question. And sometimes they ask you TB is caused by bacteria, virus, fungi, or something like that. So the answer is bacteria, Mycobacterium tuberculosis. So it is actually an example of a bacteria. Okay. So B is the right answer to this question. So basically, currently we are stopping this class here. And tomorrow we'll be meeting you. And Wednesday at 7 p.m. we will be meeting you with the current affairs class. Okay. So please do join me. And अब आप पूछोगे सर ये तो अभी तक यही तक हुआ था है ना, you have done till March. So in the next Tuesday we will do the second part from here onwards. Okay. So you can watch. So Tuesday at 7 p.m. I come up with static GK. And Wednesday at 7 p.m. we come up with current affairs. Okay. So we'll be doing the current affairs tomorrow for this year CUET examination, and a static GK we will do next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Okay. So we are stopping this class here. Everyone, please subscribe to the channel. Those who have not subscribed yet, because we'll come up with a lot of new content, a lot of new videos. So whenever we'll put a video, you will get the notification. So it's better that you should subscribe to our channel. And please press the like button also. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.